In this video, we'll spend some time understanding how you can connect your WordPress website to your Google Analytics account in many multiple ways, including how to do it with GTM, Google Tag Manager. And while we do so, we'll also learn the concept of what happens when this connection happens behind the scene. Okay, so a lot of jam-packed material over here in a lot of depth as well. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends, and how have you been doing? So let's quickly go to my desktop, where you see that there is this website called astepping.com that you are able to see on screen. This is a brand new WordPress website that is hosted on this domain called astepping.com. Okay, now on this website there's no Google Analytics as of now. So what I've done is I have created this Google Analytics account. So keep the Google Analytics account handy for you as well. Go to the admin, and if you have not created a data stream over here, you should also create a data stream, okay, by clicking on all these options over here. Now, if you are interested in learning how to create a Google Analytics account, you'll find a lot of simple tutorials out there. And I'm assuming that your account is ready, okay, and you should also keep a Google Tag Manager account ready. You see, I have created one over here. If you have not, it's very simple. Go inside tagmanager.google.com, create an account, keep it handy ready over here. Again, you'll find some simple tutorials on how to do this. Right now, what I have is a Google Analytics account that is not connected to any property, any website. I have a Google Tag Manager account that is not connected to any property, any website. And I have a website that is a WordPress website, not connected to any property or any account. Okay. Now let's go inside the admin section of this particular website. Okay. Let me close this. Now in the admin section, you'll see that there's an option called plugins. So first we'll take the plugin route to understand how the connection can be made. Okay. So I'll go inside plugins and I'll hit this add new plugin. Inside add new plugin, we'll have to search for some plugin that helps you add code to your header and footer. Okay. So just type in header and footer. Okay. So, and here you have this this plugin called WP Code Insert Headers and Footers. You are going to use this. We'll click on install now. Let's activate it as well. All right, so the activation is done. Okay, you can find the option of the header and footer over here, code snippets. Let's go to the code snippets part. Add new. There's an option to create a add your custom code. All right, so we'll use this one, use snippet, and you have to feed in your code over here. Okay, so what is that code? The code is what you can find inside your Google Analytics account. Go to admin, go to the data stream, and then click on this particular data stream. Okay, you see there's a measurement ID. Now this measurement ID uniquely identifies this particular data stream across all the possible Google Analytics accounts and data streams out there in the world. Okay, so as many data streams get created, they'll get a unique ID available to them. But this is just the ID, right? We need the entire code over here. Let's see where the code is available. Now here you have got view tag instructions, open that. And that's the code you need to install on all the pages of your website. All right. So what is this code? This code has that same ID. You can see that, right? It's a JavaScript code. It has got the same ID configured over here. So what happens is when you copy this code, and you see it has been already mentioned, copy and paste the code on every page of your website immediately after the head element. Okay, don't add more than one Google tag to each page. So by copying this code and pasting it across all the pages, every time a page loads, every time a user types in the URL, hits enter, the page loads, somehow this code is able to send some information to Google Analytics. That's the idea, right? So we'll copy it, hit on that copy option. Now we'll go back to the code snippet over here. Just right click and say paste. And that's about it actually. You can give a name to this code snippet. I'll say Google Analytics 4 code. All right. And then there are some options over here. Where exactly do you want to push it in? Is it header or footer or what area exactly? So we'll go with header. Remember, it is saying that you have to paste it inside the head section. So we'll go with header. Okay. Then you have got some other options as well, which we don't care about right now. We'll just make this on active and we'll save the snippet. Okay, so that's the part of connection that you have to do. That's it actually. Okay, so what happens when the connection gets made? Let's see. Now I will visit the website. First of all, you can also purge the cache over here, purge all. So if you don't have the Lightspeed cache tool, then what you need to do is go to the plugins again, add a new plugin, type in Lightspeed cache. Okay, so it's already installed and activated. You have to do the same and you'll get these options on the top, right? All you need to do is purge all. So if you have made any recent changes inside your website, you can again, refresh it and it will show up on all the desktop across all the users. All right. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to open an incognito window and we'll open astepping.com. Website loads. Now let's see if it is showing up inside the analytics account. We'll go back to our real-time report. Real time, and you see that the page view is already starting to show up, right? As soon as I open the page over here, some data is getting collected, and after some time you'll see that the user table is getting also populated over here, right? So with simple steps, you're able to connect Google Analytics account to your website with simple plugins. All right, but the question is, this is not what we want to do. This is very robotic, right? We want to learn how or what exactly happened when we did that. So let's see. Now let's go to this page once again and let's right click and inspect. Okay, and in the inspect part, we are going to make the search. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'll go inside the code snippets, open the Google Analytics 4 code and copy this code from here. Paste it over here and you will see that some code is getting added over here. There you see, it's the same code that we inserted. So that's there on the home page. What about if I go to about page and search for the code? Again, it's there on the same page, right? So across all the pages on your website, this particular piece of code has been inserted. That's the job that your plugin is doing. You could have done this manually as well. Okay, you did not require a plugin for doing that. So how could you have done it? While I won't recommend this, but just for the sake of understanding how it works, you can always go inside the appearance and then theme file editor. Let's go there. And here you have to find a file called header.php. Let's open this file. And inside header.php, inside this particular section, right, where the head starts, in between somewhere over here, you have to create some space and paste this code. Okay, so once you do that, save it. You don't have to do both of them together. You don't have to have it inside a plugin and over here. No, you have to choose between one of them. Either you go this route or that route. I recommend the plugin route because this has got some more technicalities and you are not supposed to edit the header files directly. You have to create a child theme and all those things. So you can do that, but plugins are better, right? So here you see that as soon as I inserted over here, I can update the file and this will also enable your tracking. Why I have inserted this in just one file is because this particular header.php, this file gets copied across all the public pages, all the non-admin public pages of your website. Okay, when it's running on WordPress. So this header file, you'll find the header file getting copied across all the pages. And therefore, when I insert another piece of tracking code over here, that also gets copied across all the pages. Okay, so this is a good place to insert this particular script. Okay, but then plugins are always better. Now, what happens when this gets inserted across all the pages? How did that traffic show up, right? The traffic could show up because after this insertion here, let's say this insertion has been made, right? Additional JavaScript files get added to your code. This is the JavaScript file and I can open it in a new window, open a new tab. You see there is a lot of code that gets added to your website, and this entire code gets triggered whenever a user visits your page, and this code does the magic that's required to send the data to your Google Analytics account. Therefore, when a user visits the page, this code triggers some information across the internet that gets captured on the same data stream that you have got inside your account, because you have used that ID. Remember, you have used that ID to identify the data stream, and therefore you're able to see it over here. Also, if you closely look at this URL, you see the ID is also showing up over here, right? So for you, inside this domain called googletagmanager.com, a separate file has been copied that has got all the tracking settings and everything defined over here, and based on that the information gets sent to Google Analytics. All right, now this is one of the methods to do that. I have actually shown you two methods. Now there is a third method that generally is recommended nowadays inside the WordPress, that is to use another plugin that is directly coming from Google, that is known as Sitekit. Okay, so let's take a look at what Sitekit is all about. We'll leave this place, we are not going to make any change. Also, this code snippet that we had created, now we are going to delete it. Okay, so as soon as I delete it and I'll refresh the cache once again, purge all. All right, so once this is done, if I open, now this is my real-time report, right? So if I open a page once again, pagestepping.com, you will see that you are not seeing any new traffic coming over here. Okay, because the connection has been cut. That particular piece of code that we are inserting across all the pages, I have deleted that. All right, now let's work it out in a different way. Okay, so again we'll go to plugins, and this time we are going to find a new plugin, sort of the one that's recommended nowadays. It's called Sitekit by Google. So there is the plugin Sitekit by Google. We'll install it now. All right, so installation and activation is done. You see that Sitekit option has appeared over here. Let's go to the Sitekit option, and now it's asking us to make a connection. Okay, sign in with Google. Let's click on sign in with Google. Now Sitekit requires you to have a search console also enabled for your website. Okay, so if you do not have it enabled, Search Console is the SEO tool that Google provides for seeing how your organic searches are leading to the website. That's the tool. Okay, so if you do not have it installed, then this is the step where you will have to do it. Okay, now I already have done it for this website, I guess, so I'll not it will not be required for me. I can click on continue, but somewhere in these steps it will ask you permission to install Search Console and verify that you are the right owner. You see, you are already verified, so I'm already getting that because I have verified my Search Console to my website and my ownership for that. Okay, you have to make some changes to your DNS server inside your hosting and all those things, right, to use that. Therefore this may be a bit of a tricky option for users who are not technically very aware of how websites and everything work, but you can always give it a try. You see, it's done. My connection has been made. And remember to log in with the same email ID inside Sitekit, inside which you have your Google Analytics account, your website hosting and everything. That really helps, right? Otherwise you have to do some more authentication here and there and so on. Now once you are done with this step, okay, you can go to the settings part. Settings options now shows up, and here you'll see connect more services option. Open that, and here you have to set up analytics. Let's click on that. Again, some sort of authentication. Again, because I have got Google Analytics inside my same email that I am using these websites and tag manager and so on, it becomes simple for me. Now here, because I gave Sitekit the access to my Google Analytics account, it has got access to all the accounts that I have inside the same Google Analytics account. All right, and from there I can choose the property and web stream and so on. Okay, so I'm going with this one, web data stream, because this is the one we are working with before. That's the reason I said that if you have it created before, it's better. Okay, now I'll click on complete setup. I'm happy with what is over here, and the connection has been made. All right, again, purge everything, clean your cache because you have made some settings change. And now if you go to the dashboard, or if you go over here in settings, you'll see that the analytics is also showing us connected. Just open this analytics over here and click on edit. The inside over here, you will see that there is this option of exclude analytics for all logged in users, right? So if I'm logged into this admin account right now, my traffic will not show up inside Google Analytics account. Okay, so if I say stepping.com This bar says that I'm logged into this website. You see, I'm the admin. So therefore, my traffic will not get captured inside the analytics account in real time over here. Okay. So what if I have to get it captured? You have to switch it off. If you have a website where logged in users do a lot of actions and activities, you have to switch it off. Okay. So switch it off. Save it. And this is it. Okay. This is the setting that you have to do. Once this is done, your traffic from here will also start showing up. So I can open astepping.com. I'm logged in over here. Let me open one in incognito mode where I'm not logged in. Okay. Now I'll go inside the analytics account and I'll wait for some time. The traffic should appear. And you see there's another page view that has started showing up, right? So that's an indicator that the connection again has been made. Okay. And if you wait for some more time, you'll see all these tables getting populated. You see one new user is showing up and it will start getting slowly populated. So this is how you can use SiteKit for getting your connection done. But remember, SiteKit requires a lot of authentication. It requires Search Console to be enabled. So if you are not ready to do all those things, then you can go with the header and footer as well. Okay. But this is again, the direct connection of Google Analytics to your website is not really recommended. The recommendation that comes from Google is that connect your website via the tag manager to Google Analytics. So what is this puzzle, right? How do I connect my WordPress website to Google Analytics via tag manager? Now this piece is another story altogether. Okay. For this, we'll have to remove all these connections that we made. We will go and configure tag manager first of all. And inside that, we'll create a connection to Google Analytics. So let's check out the part B of this same video in continuation. It's also uploaded in the same channel and you'll find the link in the description if you're not able to find it inside the channel. I hope that you enjoyed this particular section. And if you want to be updated on similar kind of videos, similar kind of topics like Google Analytics, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining in.